Today's thoughts. Blessing lives on the other side of the struggle. Wrestling for the blessing. Are you willing to wrestle with God? Not to walk away, not to pretend, but to cling to Him through doubt, fear, and pride until blessing comes. Jacob was. For most of his life, Jacob relied on deception, charm, and shortcuts to get what he wanted. But in Genesis 32, when it was just Jacob and God, mano a mano, there were no tricks left. No smooth talk, no hiding. God saw him fully, and Jacob finally stayed. He wrestled all night and refused to let go, and that is where the blessing came. True blessing always costs something. It costs honesty. It costs surrender. It costs wrestling through the parts of ourselves we would rather ignore. We may fool others, but God sees exactly who we are. A flourishing relationship with Him requires truth, not performance. At the end of that night, Jacob received a new name, Israel, meaning one who struggles with God and prevails. Jacob did not defeat God, but through his willingness to wrestle, he found victory with God. For believers, struggle is not a sign of failure or God's absence. It is part of His design. Scripture reminds us that suffering refines us, not destroys us. We are shaped through hardship, not spared from it. Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Romans 5:3-5. Paul tells us that transformation happens gradually, from one degree of glory to another, as we behold the Lord. 2 Corinthians 3:18. Sanctification is not instant. It is forged in the wrestle. When you struggle with God instead of running from Him, your pain becomes purposeful. Your doubts become refining fire, and your faith becomes deeper, stronger, and more real. Do not fear the struggle. Wrestle honestly with God. Blessing is often waiting on the other side.